I've been having my doubts for a while, and I didn't want this to be true. Even though I had a feeling it was, I was holding out. And I'll admit it. Listen, I have biases myself because this person did incredible work leading up to the election. This person has done incredible work since the election. I love her show. Most of the time. Not all the time. But for the most part, I love her show. But today, she flipped. And she finally showed who she really was. And that's Megyn Kelly. Now, I know some of you have been like, Megyn, it sucks. Megyn sucks. And I get it. You've been coming after me. And I've been holding off. I've been like, I need to see it. I need to see something I can't ignore. I don't want to believe it. Because Megyn, I like Megyn. I've always kind of had a crush on her. See, I'm human too. But she, like I said, she's done great work. And some of her shows have been fantastic. Calling out stuff. But today was the day. She completely turned. She's completely exposing herself. Because not only did she just espouse a different belief, that's fine. You can have your disagreements. It's how she did it, which was so obvious. And then she had Marjorie Taylor Greene on, which right now, Marjorie Taylor Greene is the major red flag. If I see Marjorie Taylor Greene being propped up by somebody, I know that person's part of the team. Just like Bannon having it one of the other days. Megyn Kelly, no one should have to die for a foreign country. I don't think those service members died for the U.S. I think they died for Iran or Israel. Our government's job is not to look out for Iran or Israel. It's the same tired script. Same tired script, guys. It's insane. I got to tell you, it's just... Wiggins says on Hodge twins, their wives run Facebook, they run Twitter. Yeah, but that doesn't matter. They probably sit right next to each other in their parents' basement telling each other what to post. It doesn't matter. You understand? It's the same thing. So Megyn, after today, I can't trust her. I completely cannot trust her. So she, like, to do this as your first show back, if they were saying this and after 3 months and we were stuck, okay, I get it. You can start really coming out with the criticism now, but to say it on the first morning of the week after one of the most effective offensive campaigns ever performed. Are you kidding me? You come out with this bull crap? You don't do this unless you're paid or you're playing to an audience. And in my opinion, they're both just as bad. They're just as bad. I'll come to that later. Whoopsies. Here is MTG. Brendan Dilley, who's been great at calling out the FAGA influencers, as he likes to call them. I love it. He's been calling out. It says, turns out she's the same skeevy pyro hooker now she was in 2016. He had tried to warn all of us. You did, Brendan, but I didn't want to believe it. I held out. She did great work. What can I say? Says, Make America Great Again was supposed to be America First. Brings on MTG. I'm sorry. You bring this woman on. She is the ultimate grifter. Marjorie Taylor Greene, elected in 2020, right as Trump was leaving, pretends to be this huge MAGA person, sides with Kevin McCarthy, who is complete rhino deep stater Republican, sides with him, all this other crazy stuff that just was not MAGA, and then joins Massey with the whole Epstein grift. Marjorie, we don't believe it. We see you for who you are. And then she quits, which is the lamest thing you could ever do, because it shows you're not a true believer either way. Because if you stay, you're a true believer who's fighting. Massey stayed, at least. I mean, I hate him, but you give him props for fulfilling his mission. Marjorie bailed. She bailed the second it got hard. And that tells me she only cares about herself. She's not fighting for America like she says she is. And she's not even fighting against Trump. Like now she says she has to. It's so pathetic. This woman is so absolutely pathetic. She is so awful. And you know who also had her on the other day, right after the Epstein files? Bannon. You can't make this stuff up. It's so crazy. Oh my God. And then there's this. I've been holding out on this one for a while. I have seen so many warning signs, but I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to go there. And I was thrown off by his access to the White House. But after today, I can no longer go there. And that's Mr. Tucker Carlson. Tucker did an entire hour and a half today about how the Iran war is Israel, and Israel has co-opted our government. Israel has taken President Trump, and President Trump's doing whatever Israel wants. A whole hour and a half on it. And what Tucker thinks is he's going to come out here as his brave soul, but I'm telling you guys, he just blew all the. He's going to lose a lot of support over this one because MAGA loves Tucker. Tucker has done a lot of good for us in the campaign up to the election. He was fantastic. His speech at the RNC is one of the best speeches I've ever seen. His turning point where he was debating students, one of the best ever. It was so good. And Tucker has done amazing stuff, but it's been a slow drip with guests he's had on, with people he's platforming. Nick Fuentes, really? Ian Carroll, really? It's been getting worse and worse. And then he did this today. And this is the end. And this is how I knew it was the end. Because I like Tucker so much on a personal level. I just like his show, and I like how he explains things. He's like somebody I felt like I wanted to could hang out with and enjoy, because I do. Tucker makes me, I just enjoy him. But after today, I still was like, oh my God, this is so bad. And then Trump, the man I trust the most, which I always tell you guys, I trust Trump over everything. He put the final nail in the coffin. This is from reporter Rachel Bade, political junkie from, several places. Phone call with me right now. Donald Trump hit back at MAGA world critics of his Iran gambit, including Megyn, Kelly, and Tucker. About Kelly, ought to study her history book a little bit, he said when asked on a criticism on her show today. Tucker's criticism has no impact on me. MAGA is with me. I think MAGA is Trump. MAGA's not the other two. That, my friends, is a direct assault on Megyn Kelly and Tucker Carlson. By calling them out like this, that's the signal. And it's very interesting to me that Trump held Tucker close for so long. He never held Kelly close, but Kelly went all in on pro-Trump. Okay. But it took a while for him to out Tucker. And I wonder why. I really do. Someday maybe we'll know. But Trump is very smart. And he does keep enemies close sometimes. I mean, Tucker was campaigning with him. Tucker was at the election ceremony. So interesting stuff. But I gotta say that they showed their true colors today, and then for Trump to confirm it, this is a shot across the bow. So I've been exposing a lot of influencers here. Some of them shocked me. Some of them I saw coming a mile away. Some of them I knew from the very instant they came out like Ian Carroll. That guy, well, I've already done my piece on him. But Tucker and Megyn, I did hold out on longer. Okay. I gave them, props for what they did. But the Tucker one is the big one. And I just, at this point, just as Trump just signaled us, I'm going to need Trump to re-signal me back in. But it comes down to what I've said all along. We got to trust Trump. All these people, man. And this Iran war, which I got to believe that one of the reasons Trump is doing this, it's not just because it makes sense. It's not just because it takes down the city, the city of London. It's not just because it weakens the cabal and the deep state. It's not just because it's reasserting American authority and showing off our military power and giving the Persians freedom. It's not because of all those things. I mean, it is because of all those things, but it's not only because of all those things. I also believe it's because he's gone so far now. This first year, now we're 14 months in. This first 14 months of his second term have been chipping away at all the cabal's control, all the deep state's control. Boom, boom, boom. Take out this. Foreign policy, boom. Change the economy with the one big beautiful bill. Boom. Just slowly doing it. Removing terrorist cells, removing the criminals, deporting, just knocking out their strength here and there. That with the midterms coming up, I have a feeling he knew that if he pushed and went all in on something like this, it would also finally expose, because MAGA has been suffering, not like falling apart suffering, but hurting. Ever since Charlie died, we've been in a lot of pain, and we've been kind of trying to get our footing again. And we've had influencers telling us all this stuff, and Candace has been lying about TPSA and Erica Kirk, and that was the great movement. And Tucker's been having these weird people on that kind of undermining the Trump administration. We've had, Megyn Kelly just doing pretty good, but taking little digs here and there. It's like all over the place. And I feel like Trump was finally like, it's time to reveal them all. And he forced them all in the open with this. I really do believe that had to be at least be a small part of it, because it's working so well. It can't be accidental. They're all out right now. All of them. Even the ones that I was on the fence about. Even the ones I didn't even want to believe it was possible. They're all coming out. It's wild. And for Trump now to say this about Kelly and Tucker, that's crazy stuff, guys. That is crazy. And it tells you that our media ecosystem, even though the fake news, big mainstream media is pretty much defeated, it does tell you that they didn't really get defeated. They just got smarter. And they moved into the podcast influencer world. Now, this isn't 100%. There's still good ones out there. Okay? I would be shocked, I mean it, if we saw Tim Pool ever hit this list. I'd be shocked if we saw somebody like Jeremy from the Quartering hit this list. They're not nearly as big as Megyn and Tucker, but they're big enough. There's good people out there, and you wonder why they're not as big. Isn't it interesting? People like Megyn and Tucker came from mainstream media. Makes you think. There's a whole lot of grifting going on, folks. But the good news is we're starting to see it. Okay, but here's what's also interesting, and this is why I said MAGA's not following. Look at this poll that came out today. All the grifting, all the attacking, all the lies. Rich Barris today, oh my God, him and that fraud Robert Barnes doing a video today, a live show, crashing out over this Iran thing, how it's going to destroy the Trump coalition and MAGA's done and Trump is the biggest dummy in the world and the neocons won, and just going over all crazy. He's been saying this for months now. And yet today, Republicans have come back, have made up 8 points from their last poll to tie it 50-50. And this is Harvard Harris. This is a left-wing pollster. Republicans are pulling even. Now, Iran, we'll see how this impacts it, but I'm telling you, we don't have to be afraid. I think we're going to pull it out. So